All right. So, top of the morning report, I want to talk directly to my independent artists and creators and entrepreneurs, because some of us are working entirely too hard while leaving opportunities sitting right in front of us. Now, one thing I want to do real quick is I got to give a shout out to the homie J-Mac, man. And the reason I got to give a shout out to J-Mac, because J-Mac is somebody that's truly been paying attention to everything that I've been, all these top of the morning reports I've been dropping and the different things. J-Mac has not only been paying attention, but he's been hitting me up. He's been asking questions. He's been putting a lot of those things in motion. So I just want to shout him out real quick, because the man is really taking it serious, and that's why I do these things. This is why I give out these gems the way that I do, because at the end of the day, we all need to be winning. So shout out to the homie J-Mac. Just wanted to shout him out real quick, because when I say that boy been blowing up the phone and getting that information, he's really been doing it. So I want to talk about grants. There's money out there specifically designed to help artists create projects, build businesses, fund community programs, purchase equipment, travel, market their work, and continue their career. The crazy part is a lot of us never even apply, because we automatically assume the opportunity ain't for us. Now, I fall into that category, or should I say I fell into that category, because I put a list of different things to do. I'm one person, I can't do everything, but I got to the point of my list to where let me dive in and do some research on grants. So I was doing some research myself, and I was genuinely surprised by how many different opportunities, that I could potentially be eligible for. And what really sparked it and made me jump quickly on it is, shout out to the homie Solo. Solo was talking about a grant that he applied for, and it made me like, oh yeah, that is on my list. And I went and I did the research, and man, I found so much that I could be potentially eligible for. Now, some of these are things I could have been looking into years ago, but I just simply didn't know that they existed, right? Like, that made me think about how many other artists out there that's in our community, in our ecosystem, or anybody that's watching the show that are probably going through that exact same situation where you just didn't know or didn't understand that was a possibility.
And grants are especially important for independent artists because, unlike a loan, grant funding usually isn't money you're expected to repay. Obviously, every program has its own rules, but getting funded can allow an artist to invest in their career without immediately putting themselves deeper into debt.
Come on, that part. You feel me? That's why I need artists to stop thinking about grants as something reserved for nonprofit organizations, or, somebody standing in a laboratory wearing a white coat. You feel me? There are grants for music. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to pay a grant back. That's one of the best parts about a grant. You don't have to pay it back. It's not a loan. So, yeah, what you said, bro? He said, yes, man, I applied for the NVIDIA Inception, Intel, and AMD programs. I know that's right. That's for the tech side. Imagine the grants for that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Grants and funding just help us make life easier so we can do and be focused on what we need to do in order to move forward. That's right. And like I just said, man, there are grants for music. There are grants for visual artists, filmmakers, producers, songwriters, photographers, entrepreneurs, small business owners. There are organizations offering money to record projects, touring, professional development education. You know what I'm saying? Education in general, community projects, creative ideas. There are grants for all of these things. But here's the part I need you people to understand. I really need y'all to understand this. You aren't gonna qualify for every single grant you find. That's not how it works. Every grant has an eligibility section. So before you spend hours filling out, an application, read that part first. Read that part first. read whether you are eligible or not. I've done filling out grants in the past, and I've paid the consequence for not reading that part first. I just went to I found a bunch of grants and filled them out. Didn't realize that in this certain grant, you had to be in the state of Georgia, or in this grant, you had to be in business for 10 years, or, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different eligibility things that you really got to make sure that you pay attention to. Like, real deal. So make sure you read that part. They may require you to live in a certain state, work in a certain industry, fall within a certain age range, be a certain race. You might be filling out a grant that's specifically for Latinos, and you take all that time filling it out, and you hoping and waiting and find out you reject it because you're black. You know what I'm saying? So I've been operating, for a certain amount of time, and use those funding, I need to use this funding for this. And if that certain amount of time don't fit the eligibility criteria, you ain't getting that grant. So if you meet the requirements, now you look deeper. What are they asking for? You know what I'm saying? Do they need a budget? Do they need examples of your work? And when I say a budget, like to know what your budget is, do they need proof that you're actually operating a business? Do they need a project proposal? Like, do they need to know exactly what you're going to do with the bread? Some of them ask for that. Like, what are you planning on doing with their money? We're giving you this money for nothing. There are more grants for minorities than there are. It definitely is. There's a whole lot more grants for minorities than there are for whites, especially in GA. That's in Alabama, so South Carolina, Mississippi. Yeah, straight up. I know what you meant. But once you understand that part, you're not blindly applying anymore. Now you're applying strategically.
And artists should also remember that eligibility isn't always based strictly on being a musician.
Yeah.
Sometimes the opportunity exists because of another part of your background, identity, location, business, or life experience.
Exactly. Stop searching for only music grants. You know what I'm saying? Cast your net wider. You might qualify for a grant because you're an independent artist. You might qualify for a grant because you're black. You might qualify, for a grant because you own a small business. There are programs that are focused like strictly on black entrepreneurs of a certain age, or black entrepreneurs, or Latino entrepreneurs, or Asian entrepreneurs, or white entrepreneurs. Like, they have these programs that are specifically for you. They got specific grants that are supporting women who want to pursue a modeling career, women who promote brands. Okay, Will, they have they got freaking programs for vets, for veterans. They got grants for parents, young entrepreneurs, people from certain communities. They also can be opportunities connected to disabilities. I got lupus. I got a list of the lupus grants. Certain health circumstances, education, economic needs, your geographical location, you know what I'm saying? Or a unique skill you may have that you didn't even think of, right? Like, your music might be what you want to use the money for, but music don't necessarily have to be the only reason you qualify for the grant. That's a completely different way of researching. Now, let's say you're an artist who owns your own production company. Don't only search for recording grants. Search small business grants too. You know what I'm saying? If you're a photographer and a musician, search both. If you're building something, for your neighborhood, start looking at community development opportunities. You know what I'm saying? You may be somebody that want to put a park or a playground in your community. And it's like, dang, if I had the money, I'll put a park here because these kids need to. There's grants for that. And remember, with grants, you don't got to pay that money back. If you're teaching kids, music, now we're potentially talking about education, youth development and arts funding. Think about everything you do instead of placing yourself inside a little box.
The more accurate information you know about yourself and your work, the more ways you can search. That's where technology makes this process much easier than it was years ago.
Yes, man. That's exactly where I was getting ready to go with this, because we are living in a completely different era now. Nobody should have an excuse to not be able to do research on anything, because we're in the ChatGPT era now. We are in the ChatGPT era now. We cannot keep saying, oh, I don't know how to find that. Ask. Even the free version of Chat. Ask. Do some research. Tell AI what you do and ask what types of grants somebody with your background might qualify for. You know what I'm saying? Then take those categories and start looking for legitimate programs. There's no excuse no more. Ask it to help you understand the eligibility requirements. If they ask for a certain document, what is this document? You know what I'm saying? Ask what documents you may need. Ask it to help you organize the deadlines. Like, ask it to explain an application question you don't understand. Like, a lot of people want to waste their time using ChatGPT to cheat. You know what I'm saying? To do, no, use it as your assistant, what it was freaking built for. You know what I'm saying? All right, watch out now. Hey, say it louder for the people in the back, Solo. Say it louder for the people in the back. Chat, Claude, Grok. There's a new engine out there. And as of last night, her name is Cruel. You feel me? We're in the era of Cruel now. You feel me? Ask Cruel for the documentations you need. You know what I'm saying? You have these opportunities now. You still have to verify the information, because obviously AI can be wrong. And grant programs do change stuff sometimes. And it may not be updated. But there's no reason why we should be sitting here completely unaware of what opportunities exist. You know what I'm saying? 20 years ago, you might have needed somebody in that industry to tell you what the program was. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, when me and my old business partner were looking for grants, we had to drop, they were talking about dropping 5,000 on this company, or was it 500? Maybe it was 500 and not 5,000. I can't remember. All I know is we dropped bread, to be in this database to help us find grants, and these bastards ain't do nothing. But we needed that at the time, because there was no AI, freaking programs or things that can help us. There was no ChatGPT. There was no Cruel. There was no Grok, no Claude at that time. Not for us, at least. So we had to depend on people who were in that industry. Now we don't need them, because this exists. So today, you can sit on your couch at 2:00 in the morning and research opportunities around the freaking world. Use that. You know what I'm saying? Use that.
And don't confuse researching with automatically receiving money either. You're still going to hear no. Some applications are competitive, and some programs receive hundreds or thousands of submissions.
Yeah, absolutely. So I need people to understand that part too, because you might apply for 10 grants and get rejected by all 10. So what? Apply for 10 more. The rejection don't mean grants don't work. It means somebody else got funded during that particular cycle and you didn't. Every application also makes you better at explaining your business. The more and more you fill out, explaining your music and understanding what you're actually trying to accomplish. So eventually you're going to have to, have that artist bio ready. Have your business information ready. You know what I'm saying? Have that project description ready, your budget, your photos, your links, your accomplishments. So you have all that stuff ready. And when the opportunity opens up, what's our favorite phrase? You ready, so you ain't got to get ready. You feel me? Make sure that you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's how you can turn grant searching. You can turn that grant searching into part of your business instead of something that you randomly try once every 3 years. So here's my challenge to everybody watching this morning. To everybody, take some time this week and research at least 10 grants or funding opportunities that you might actually qualify for. Like, real deal. Don't just hear me say it and be like, yeah, Blaze, I'll do it, and don't do it. Go do some research. Take some time and research at least 10 grants or funding opportunities that you might actually qualify for. For real. Not 10 random ones. 10 that make sense for you. Research your profession, your business, you know what I'm saying, your background, where you live, the communities you belong to, you know, your skills. Like, research programs that support whatever you're trying to build. Before you fill it out, read the eligibility requirements and start applying. Because some of y'all might be sitting there trying to figure out how you're going to come up with $5,000, to push your next project, while somewhere out there an organization literally is trying to give you $5,000. They're trying to give $5,000 to somebody who looks exactly like you on paper. I saw something yesterday where this guy was on a podcast. I can't remember who it was exactly, but he was saying how, like, it takes money to push your project. It just is what it is. And he was like, for all these people, he was going down the list of like the greats, like all timers. He was like, there's a lot of people that got the potential to be all time greats that they didn't get that recognition because they didn't have the funding or the push. Like, he was like, just think of all the greats. James Brown had funding. Michael Jackson had funding. Whitney Houston had funding. You know what I'm saying? That pushed them to that level. There are people who got funding. Lil Russell, he has funding. Like, he hustled his behind off and created his opportunities and created that possibility for that funding. But regardless, he had it. We don't know all the things that Lil Russell did. We know a lot of the stuff that he put out. We don't know if he applied for grants. With somebody as educated as he is, he's showed us that he's freaking brilliant with his strategy and how he freaking, does what he does. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure with a mind like his, he probably did get grants. But apply for grants. Some of y'all might be sitting here trying to find bread, and there's a grant out there that got bread for somebody just like you. You just haven't found one another yet. That's why you research. Cast that net. That's why in 2026, with all this technology sitting in our hands, I didn't know it was out there can't keep being the reason you miss opportunities. Have you ever applied for a grant before? And if you haven't, what is stopping you?
You're rocking with the best.
Yeah. I feel good. Place